Helpful for life.
The last of the heating appliances, the Zapparoni. Okay, nobody calls it the Zapparoni, but we could have that be our little inside joke. Hey, Hooney, throw me a pepperoni hot pocket in the Zapparoni. Okay, I'm sorry. The jokes just get worse and worse. Don't worry, you're almost done. Good news for you though. The microwave is one of the easiest things to clean in the kitchen if you use this trick that I'm about to show you. However, if the microwave is not that dirty, you're probably fine just using a damp cloth or some multi-purpose cleaner spray and just giving it a quick wipe down. But if it's gross, here's how to ungross it. Get a microwave safe bowl. We like to use this Pyrex here. This is a 4-cup Pyrex. And then you're gonna fill that up with water. Now, the exact amount isn't too important. We'll probably use 1 to 2 cups, just a little under halfway. The water is gonna be boiling though, so you don't want it to be too close to the top, otherwise it might boil over. If you have a lemon lying around the house, cut it in half, squeeze half of it into it, and drop the lemon in there. If you don't have a lemon, but you have some vinegar in your pantry, you can pour some of that in there instead. Some people go as far as 1-to-1 vinegar to water, but some people just put in a couple splashes. The purpose of the lemon or the vinegar is to add a little bit of acid, which will help the cleaning a little more. And also if you use the lemon, it has the bonus of smelling nice. If you don't have vinegar or lemon, don't dismay, this trick will still work, just maybe not quite as well. That being said, grab your bowl with your water and maybe a little bit of acid in it and put it in the microwave. Then you're gonna microwave it on high for 5 minutes. Now the exact time isn't too important, but you want it to be boiling vigorously and steaming up that microwave nice and good. If you have a lot of water or you're using a weak microwave, you'll wanna add some more time. Longer is better than shorter, although anything over 10 minutes is probably overkill. Speaking of boiling, there's one thing that you should know. If you didn't have the lemon in that bowl, there's a chance that bubbles would not form when it's boiling. And that's because there's not enough nucleation sites where those bubbles can form. Fancy word. I know, I'm smart. Anyways, the chances are if your bowl is not brand new, it probably has these little tiny scratches on it that you may not even be able to see where those bubbles can form. However, if you don't want to leave it up to chance, you can add in that lemon like we talked about, or you can put in a wooden coffee stirrer, a toothpick, or something like that. Now, notice I said wooden and not metal. Never put metal in the microwave. By having a little bit of wood in the water, it gives those bubbles a place to form, those nucleation sites we were talking about. Oh, a popsicle stick would work as well. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming. So, you got the bowl in there, it's been on for 5+ minutes, it's got boily, it's got steamy, that's great. But don't open the microwave door right away. Let that steam work its magic to soften up the grime a little bit. So after it's been a few minutes, you'll carefully take that bowl out of the microwave, use pot holders if you need to make sure you don't burn yourself. Once you've got the bowl out, that's when you start wiping the inside of the microwave. Make sure to get the top, bottom, sides, door, get it all. Also make sure you clean the turntable if there is one in there. By the way, you can take that turntable out and wash it by hand like you would a dish, or you could even put it in your dishwasher. If there are any tough spots in the microwave, you can take that towel and dip it in your hot water mixture and use that to scrub that tough spot clean. If something is particularly nasty, you can use a plastic scraper as well. Once the inside is nice and sparkling, clean the outside of the microwave. Make sure to clean the buttons, the handle, the door, the top sides and bottom. Especially if you don't have a built-in, lift up your microwave and wipe the counter underneath it and the bottom of the microwave too if it's dirty. If you do have a built-in microwave like we do here, ours actually has a fan built in, which is great for when you're cooking, but we've noticed that that fan can lead to some buildup on the cabinets above and on the fan itself. So make sure you pay attention to that if you have a built-in microwave. Et voila! A clean microwave at last. Good for you. Now, one way to make this job even easier in the future is prevent having to do it at all. And the best way to do that is to cover your food while you're microwaving. Now, the best thing that we recommend to cover your food with is a microwave cover, like this one. It's simply a piece of plastic that goes over your plate or bowl and has vents to let the steam come out. And one little trick, leave it in the microwave, and it's kind of a silent recommendation to everyone that uses your microwave. Hey, cover your food. Now, make sure that you clean the microwave cover from time to time, especially if it is particularly splattered. You don't want it to be all gross and get your food all nasty. Some other options in case you don't want to buy a microwave cover, which you should, they're only a few dollars. You can always invert a plate or a bowl and put it on top of whatever you're cooking. You can also use a Tupperware lid. Whatever it is, make sure you just don't form a perfect seal. Make sure you leave a little bit so the steam can have somewhere to escape. You don't want to build up any pressure. Of course, you could use a paper towel or a piece of wax paper, but then you're going to throw those away. And then, I'm not the biggest fan of single-use items when I can avoid it. But that's it, the microwave. Now, the last thing that you need to clean, your sink and the disposal.